Hello my friends, it's Lisa and welcome to the first 24-hour readathon vlog going up in the new year in 2022. It's still 2021 when I'm filming this, but it'll be the first of probably many 24-hour readathon vlogs happening this year and I'm very excited. But as we are closing out on 2021, me and my besties Darian and Casey decided to do a 24-hour readathon. I honestly was 100% prepared to not read another single page the rest of the year. I was like checked out with reading. I was kind of just like, okay, we're gonna take a break before the new year. Especially because I did reach my Goodreads goal like 15 books ago, so there's no like stress there for me. But I wanted to do the 24-hour readathons with my besties, so that is what we're doing. But because I just kind of want to keep it chill this 24-hour readathon, I decided to go kind of the comfort reread route here. Just have a little comfort reread moment. So my only plan for this readathon for my TBR is to reread Cress by Marissa Meyer. I have no idea how far into this I will get in 24 hours. I'm actually very curious because this will be my third time reading it. So when I reread books, they go a lot faster than they did the first time, but also I just find that Marissa Meyer's writing is very fast for me to read anyways, so I'm very curious to see how far into this book I actually get in this readathon, if I manage to finish it. And yeah, that's really my only plan, is to read this and just have a cozy like end of the year kind of wrap up to my reading year with my besties. Just keep it very chill. But I feel like every time I say I'm going to keep the 24-hour readathons chill, that's like when I get the most like determined to read as much as possible. So I might be lying. But yeah, if I do finish this, I might just go into the next book in the series or maybe reread a graphic novel that I've already read that I love, like maybe Heartstopper or The Prince and the Dressmaker. I just really want this to be very chill, very low-key, and just very cozy. That's the plan. But yeah, we still have like almost 11 hours until this readathon is beginning. So honestly, I might panic and change my TBR in the next 11 hours. We will see. But this is the plan, and I'm sure me, Darian, and Casey will jump on a call with one another at midnight and get some reading done. It's gonna be a very, very fun time, and I thought I'd vlog and take you along with me. So that's it. This is a TBR, and I will see you guys at midnight.
I found somebody, I say you don't cross my mind. And she doesn't know that your favorite place is still mine. Now I take the long way home, avoid what I can.
Oh, hello. Howdy. Let's get crazy. Oh, hi.
That was a jump scare. Who's ready to cancel this? Casey.
You're vlogging, right, Lisa?
Yes, I am.
Right now?
Literally right now. Look at the besties.
Hi.
Sam, don't leave right after I said that. Okay. Oh, he's getting comfy.
Oh, this isn't on us.
Yeah,
Yes,
what
it
the
is.
heck?
It is. Yes, it is. There you are.
Howdy.
All my besties.
I guess the truth is I can't leave memories behind. When she asks about you, I hesitate every time. Every time. I don't always think about you, but sometimes I do. 'Cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to on First Avenue. 'Cause sometimes I don't even know where I'm going at first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn. Back to the surface, the feeling of all that we were. I don't always think about you till First Avenue.
All right, hello. First update of the 24-hour readathon. It is now 10:45 in the morning, so we have 13 hours and 15 minutes left, but I have done some reading, as you would predict. So last night at midnight, me, Casey, and Darian got on a Zoom call and just did some reading. I stayed up until, me and Casey both stayed up until like 2 a.m. And that's kind of when the both of us were just like, okay, that's it, time to go to sleep. I think I read like 70 pages in those first couple of hours. And then this morning I've been reading. I'm now on page 111, 111. Which is the beginning of chapter 12. So it's definitely going pretty quickly. I mean, I have read this book before. This is my third time reading it, so I know the story pretty well already. And also I feel like her writing is just very quick to read in general. So I'm very curious to see, honestly, how much of this I end up reading in the 24 hours because of how fast it is. So we will see. I think me and the girlies are doing some sprints at noon, but I am going to pick up my new glasses at some point this morning, so I don't know if I'm going to be on the sprints right away. I might be a little late, but I really, really want to get my new glasses. I went to the eye doctor a couple weeks ago now, and they were saying like it could be like a month until I get my new frames, but it came really fast. Like, they're ready really quickly, so I really want to go and get them because I hate these glasses. I'm ready for something new. So I'm going to pick up my frames and then probably jump on the sprints with the girlies after I get back from that, and hopefully I won't be too late. I mean, the going to get the frames, getting the frames, and then coming back is probably going to take like an hour tops, and most of that is just because of how far away I live from everything, because I live in the middle of nowhere. So I probably will only be gone for an hour, so an only hour of reading time that I will be missing, and only an hour of the sprints that I might potentially miss. It all depends on when I leave to get them. So I think I'm gonna go and do some reading before I go to get my glasses, and then we can have a glasses reveal. Nobody cares about my glasses except for me, but I'm excited to show them anyway. Hopefully they look good and not bad. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but whenever I pick out new frames, I feel like the time in between me picking them out and me picking them up and getting them, I have this panic that I'm going to end up hating them and that they're not going to look good. I don't know. It's a thing that I panic about. What's new? I'm always panicking. Okay, I'm going to go read now, and I'm very excited to pick up my new glasses. Excited to show them. Hopefully they look good. All right, back to reading. Okay, wait, I'm back. Can you tell that I'm procrastinating reading? It's what we do in 24-hour readathons. I made a smoothie this morning in my new NutriBullet. This is the second smoothie I've made, and I love it so much. Santa brought me a NutriBullet, which was very generous of him. Generous king. I'm already obsessed. It's my new favorite thing. I'm going to be making smoothies probably like every single day for like the next few months because I'm just obsessed with it and I needed to share. Okay, I'm going to go drink my smoothie, do some reading. I can only push off reading so many times. Okay, bye. All right, I'm about to join the sprints. I'm only 24 minutes late. Also, glasses reveal. Sam, that's my grilled cheese. He just jumped onto my desk and caused a bunch of chaos. He said, glasses reveal. Let me in on it. You just wanted to take the attention. Okay, I'm gonna join the sprints with Sam. Probably battle him while I try to eat my grilled cheese. And I'm sure I'll check in either during the sprints or after. And hopefully Sam doesn't eat all my grilled cheese.
I don't like eggnog. So.
I would never. I'd rather chop my leg off and feed it to wolves than ever drink eggnog.
Dang.
Hello.
What are you trying to tell me?
Just do this. What I do. Ta-da! I want Casey to look at her computer right now.
Make her whip. Wait, can you do that for the vlog?
Oh.
Do it for the vlog. Do it for the vlog.
I think she's mad at me now.
Okay.
Coward. Ready?
Oh, I was not ready. Hold on. All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
Exactly.
She's looking at the door for you guys.
Oh,
Hey.
I wish we were on the other side of the door.
Haha.
Beautiful eyes and
The conversations with the little white lies.
Oh.
Picture of a beautiful night. You carry me up and down the stairs and
And this is when everyone leaves.
Everything in that little black dress. After everything, I must confess I need you.
That probably sounded so off.
Oh, it was bad.
It's kind of heavy. Don't know what the vibe is here. But
It's kind of heavy.
All right, the sprints with the besties have come to an end. I have a sleepy Sammy back on my bed, but I wanted to give an update on Cress. I am on page 250. I'm like really close to the halfway point. The halfway point is page 275, and it's actually the start of book 3, which is basically part 3, so that's very pleasing to me. But yeah, I only have like this much left to read until I'm halfway through, so I am honestly feeling like I might be able to finish this. I don't know if that's a bold statement, but I feel like this morning, like obviously I slept for a little bit and then I went to go and get my glasses, so there was probably like 6 hours-ish of me not reading. But now I just have the rest of the night. Let me do quick math. 8 hours, I think, left of the readathon. So I feel like I could potentially finish it. But I also know me, Casey, and Darian are going to get on a Zoom call and read. And we tend to distract each other. So, but I think we're going to take a little break. I think Darian's taking a shower. I might eat dinner. I know it's kind of early still, but I think we're going to have maybe an early dinner so that I can get that done. And then we can do more reading. And I don't know, I'm feeling like I could potentially finish this. Obviously I'm loving it. I don't even know like what to say because I talk about this series all the time. It's like my ultimate like comfort series. I just love it so much, and this is also like my favorite book in the series, so I'm just having a great time. I absolutely love Cress and Thorn. They are my everything. So yeah, I'm loving it obviously, and I feel like I could potentially finish it. I think I'm gonna hop into bed with Mr. Sam and do some reading, maybe figure out when we're planning on eating, and then I'm sure I will be back to chatting with Darian and Casey later on and doing some more reading, and maybe potentially finishing this. We will see. Alright, had a bit of a brief intermission, and by brief, I mean probably close to 2 hours. I accidentally took a nap. I was so tired during the sprints on Darian's channel today. I was like struggling to keep my eyes open the last couple of sprints. So after we ended and I got in bed and tried to read, I took like a maybe hour long nap. It honestly maybe wasn't even an hour, but I did take a bit of a nap because I was very tired. And then I read a little bit, and then I had dinner, and then my sister and her fiance came over for a little bit. We've just been hanging out and chatting for the past like hour or so, which obviously those things happen. I feel like it always happens on days when I'm doing 24-hour readathons. There's some sort of event or interruption, but those things happen, and obviously like I wanted to hang out with them and chat with them, so it's fine. But I think it's now 8 o'clock exactly. I'm going to jump on another call with Darian and Casey and do some reading. I'm on page, I think exactly 300. Yeah, page 300. So I have 250 pages left of the book, and we have 4 hours left of the readathon. I'm not hopeful that I'll finish, but I feel like I'll get at least half of that read. I could potentially finish it because that's 4 hours. But I am going to be on a call with Darian and Casey, and we tend to, you know, chat and get distracted a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. But I think Darian is waiting for me, so I'm going to go chat with her, try and do some reading, and maybe still potentially finish this before midnight. I'm not hopeful, but it could happen. Oh, hello. Here we are, once again. How far have you been reading? Oh my goodness. A queen.
70 pages left.
Oh, I bet you'll finish that.
I'm trying so hard.
You're doing amazing, sweetie. Meanwhile, I have 250 pages left. So,
You got it.
I mean, there's a chance I could still finish, but
Got this, girl boss.
I'm not confident.
Okay. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Hello.
Ay, ay, ay.
Hello.
Hello.
Oops.
Just three besties hanging out. That's Casey. Filling in
Yeah.
for Casey until she gets here.
I'm you. Have you read the Poppy one? Bailey.
Ooh.
Ooh, the honey went above the trees.
And that's Casey in a nutshell.
Is anybody listening to the sound?
This is not even reading.
It's
Look at her.
the marshmallows made that it's pretty. You'll see.
Somebody can spare that extra weight. No reason to fill up
It's done.
things I get.
It's done.
Hooray. Time for bed.
Time for bed. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, you wimps.
Hey, some of us didn't sleep till noon.
I just kid.
It is now the next day. The 24-hour readathon has come to an end. And first of all, I think I'm allergic to 24-hour readathons. My throat started getting sore last night and it still kind of hurts today. And I'm a little stressed about it because when I got the big C, if you know what I mean, back in October, it started with a sore throat. So I'm a little panicked. I don't really know. I'm trying not to think about it because I think if I do, I'm just gonna have a mental breakdown. So we're gonna ignore that. But if I'm talking a little funny, it's because my throat hurts. But moving on to Cress. So I didn't manage to finish this book, but I think if I had like an extra half hour, maybe 45 minutes, like at the most, I would have been able to finish it because there's 550 pages in this book and I got to page 510. So I got super close to finishing it. I think I would have finished it in 24 hours if I didn't have those distractions and those other things happen, but like that's life. I had to pick up my glasses. I wanted to spend time with family. Like I'm not mad that any of those things happened because that's just what you gotta do. I had things to do, things I wanted to do. And so I'm not mad that I had those distractions. But if I had just read for like 40 extra minutes, I would have finished this. So yeah, I got very close to finishing it. I'm so proud that I read 510 pages in a day. Obviously this is a reread and it's a story that I know really well, so it was really quick to read, but that's still a lot of pages in a day where I slept and did other things and honestly was not just like focusing on reading the entire time. So I'm pretty happy with that. I probably will just finish off the last 40 pages today, but I can already tell you it's going to be a 5 out of 5 stars. All of the books in the series at this point are 5 out of 5 stars. When I read them for the first time, I think I gave Cinder and Scarlet 4 stars. Cress and Winter 5 stars, and Fairest also I gave 4 stars. But now I think at this point I'm just going to give them all 5 stars because I'm not trying to be critical when it comes to these books. I just love them so much. I love the characters. I love the world. It's such a comfort series for me, like I've said a million times, not only in this video, but just like in general. And I just love Cress and Thorn so much. I think Cress, Thorn, and Cinder are my top 3 characters in the whole series. So a book where you're kind of mainly focusing on them is just chef's kiss, excellence. I just love it so much. And I just feel like there's a lot of chaos in this book. Like, there's a lot going on throughout the whole book. All these characters are off doing different things and all have different things going on and happening to them. And also, without getting into spoilers, the whole part with like the wedding in this book is just so good, so chaotic, so stressful. I just love the whole like plan and everything that happens with that. It's funny, I found myself getting stressed at certain moments in this book. It happened when I reread Scarlet a few months ago as well, and I'm like, I know what happens. Why am I so stressed? But I think it does say something about the book that it is my third time reading this and I'm just as invested, just as stressed, just as happy when certain things happen as I was the first time. So I loved it, obviously. I haven't finished it yet, but it will be a 5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, I managed to read 510 pages during this readathon, and I'm really happy with that. I think that that's pretty good. And also just wanted to shout out and thank Darian and Casey for joining me on yet another 24-hour readathon. It was so much fun as always, and I believe Darian and Casey both vlogged this readathon, so I will have their vlogs linked below if you want to go and see more of this readathon, and you should just be watching their videos anyway and be subscribed to them because they are excellent people, they're excellent besties, so you just need to go and watch and subscribe to them anyways. But I will have the 24-hour readathon videos linked below. But yeah, I think that that is it for this 24-hour readathon. I'm sure there will be plenty more happening in the future. If I know Darian and I know Casey, we will probably do a lot more in the future, so very excited for that. But I think that that's going to be it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!